All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and those of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, brothers that's out there preaching the word, risking your life's freedom to do so with truth and sincerity. This is your brother Kalak Hart of GMS Northwest coming back at you with another video. And the war drums have been beaten. The war drums have been beaten. Check this out. Iran, I believe they released a video, or they talked about how they have this plasma weapon, and the U.S. is they think it's a joke, but we know through prophecy that these other countries are gonna band up and go against America in that tighter state of Israel. But let's get into this article real quick. Iran's futuristic weapon rattles Pentagon as it leapfrogged China, Russia, and the U.S. in plasma tech. It says amid heightened geopolitical tension in the Middle East, the global defense community was rocked by a stunning claim from Chief Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell about Iran's dazzling progress in a dangerous weapon system, hitherto a demand of science fiction movies. During a question and answer session at a briefing on March 22nd, Parnell alleged that Iran is developing plasma weapon technology and cautions that we do not rule out the existence of such technology. According to him, NASA's satellites first detected signs of these mysterious weapons in 2022. Yet, neither the Pentagon nor NASA has presented any concrete evidence, no images, documents, or detailed reports to substantiate these claims. However, given Iran's history of secretive military projects, this claim has fueled further speculation. Tehran, for its part, has remained silent, fueling speculations about whether the allegations hold merit or are part of a broader psychological warfare campaign, a technology leap, or strategic misdirection. The notion that Iran traditionally considers an underdog in high-tech military development has leapfrogged into advanced plasma weaponry as raised eyebrows. And that's Joel the third chapter. Let the weak say I'm strong. Beat your plowshares into pruning hooks. I know I'm saying that backwards a little bit. But Joel the third chapter, around the 8th and 9th verse, it says, countries with vast resources and cutting-edge research facilities such as the U.S., China, and Russia have long dominated the sphere of nuclear and energy-based weaponry. So Iran got their hands on something big, man. Check this out.
A hydrogen bomb is actually 3 bombs in one. It contains an ordinary chemical bomb, a fission bomb like the one dropped on Nagasaki, and a fusion bomb. All 3 work in concert. The chemical bomb initiates the fission bomb, which initiates the fusion bomb. First, the fission bomb is detonated by exploding conventional chemical bombs in sequence. This forces the sphere of plutonium-239 or uranium-235 to implode on itself. The heat and pressure of the plasma compresses the fusion cylinder, causing the lithium deuteride to react. This releases tritium. The tritium and deuterium fuse to form helium and more neutrons. The neutrons cause the uranium casing and plutonium rod to undergo more fission reactions. This causes more pressure on the lithium deuteride, not only from the outside in, but also from the inside out. This produces more fusion and releases more neutrons, which causes more fission. This positive feedback loop of fission, fusion reactions goes back and forth until a huge explosion occurs, ripping everything apart.
Hey, man. These bombs ain't nothing to take lightly. 54 and 17, I think it is. Isaiah 54 and 16, it says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument of his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. And then NLT it says, I have created the blacksmith who fans the coals beneath the forge, and maketh the weapons of destruction. I have created the armies that destroy. You know, the Lord created this, gave them this technology on the left hand side, and now these scientists are creating it. You know, these blacksmiths forges iron. You know, an instrument of His work. The Lord created this, man, because the Lord it has a judgment. You know, that battle of Yehoshaphat is going to start over there in the Persian Gulf. You know, the Lord has, you know, this war going to happen. And like I said, it's on all fronts. You know, here's Germany deploys troops to Russia's doorstep for the first time since World War II. Trump threatens bombing if Iran does not make nuclear deal. You got Russia warns of catastrophic consequences if U.S. strikes Iran and nuclear sites. Turkish President Erdogan calls for Allah to bring destruction to oppose Zionist Israel. You know, all of this is going to continue to escalate, and we know these are just rumors. Matthew 24 and 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And the NLT it says, and you will hear of wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end won't follow immediately. So it says, nation will go to war against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world. We see the famines, we see the earthquakes, we see these nations drawing up to each other, you know. They drawing up to each other because they, you know, they're tired of this place. They're tired of America. So like I said, it's going to continue.
Trump threatened Iran on Sunday with bombing and also with what he called secondary tariffs if Tehran did not come to a new agreement with Washington over its nuclear program. In a telephone interview with NBC News, Trump said, quote, if they don't make a deal, there will be bombing. It will be bombing, the likes of which they have never seen before. But he also suggested another outcome could be tariffs on countries that imported Iranian oil in an effort to further pressure Iran for concessions. In 2015, Iran signed a deal with the U.S. and other Western powers, accepting curbs and inspections on its nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief.
I am announcing today that the United States will withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal.
In his first term in office, Trump pulled out of that deal and ratcheted up trade barriers. In response, Tehran ramped up its uranium enrichment beyond the limits of the 2015 accord. Since returning to office, the Trump administration reached out to Tehran in a letter about coming to a new agreement. Iran sent a response through Oman saying it would not engage in direct talks while under U.S. tariff pressure and military threats.
ما از مذاکره نه تنها پرهیز نمی‌کنیم بلکه اون بدعهدی هاست که
On Sunday, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian said the U.S. government had breached the earlier agreement and needed to, quote, create trust. Tehran says its nuclear program is wholly for civilian energy purposes.
Yeah. It's going to continue, you know. So that was just quick, straight to the point. Hope it was edified. Hope we got something out of the show.